Okay, we're going to go with part two. We'll try to finish this off. And this is Redneck. It's about a family of vampires, and they're hanging around, and the human assistants. They're all Southerners, and that just goes to show you that you don't have to be European, and these guys do not twinkle. Trust me on that. Very brutal series. All about family, friendships, what it means that even if you are the undead, you can still be human, and the way you interact with people really doesn't change all that much. Absolutely love it. That's Donnie Cates and Lissandro Asterian. I knew I blew that. Really recommended. Okay, it's issue number 4. Bless their hearts, going into Marvel. The Thing and the Human Torch, the Marvel 2-in-1. Ben and Johnny are trying to find Reed and Sue, and they've thanks to Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom, they have discovered a device which may allow them to find their friends. In Johnny's case, his sister. But right now, they just in this book they do finally get to that alternate world, find a an alternate version of someone, but it's not who they're looking for. So we'll see what happens. But I enjoy it, and I hopefully it's going to eventually come to a reunification of the Fantastic Four, who really should be out there, and whatever Marvel's politics are involving the Fantastic Four, I don't know at this point. It's way too convoluted. Okay, we got 3 issues. Sorry, 682, 683, and 684 of Avengers No Surrender. There's a continuation of the Event, which is going to reboot all the various Avengers characters. And in fact, I just picked up Comic Shop News 1604, and the main feature is, I don't know if you can see it, this is the new basic core of the Avengers, and it's going to be original Thor, who was for a while, he was just Thor, then he was Thor the Unworthy, and now is Thor Odin's son. You got Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Captain America, Steve Rogers Captain America, Iron Man, I'm not sure who's in the suit, She-Hulk, Doctor Strange, and oddly enough, the newest incarnation of Ghost Rider, which seems an odd choice, but I don't know. He just seems out of the. But as I say, it makes no sense why they would. But anyways, I'm sure the writers and have a reason for doing it. Here's the cover for number 2, and is that one of the Eternals in the back? I know it's Kirby-esque. I know it's one of Kirby's creations, but I just don't know offhand. And as I say, one interesting thing is, if you look at this, you can see closely, Thor has 2 eyes, although it looks like he has a black eye there. I think the artist or colorist, whoever, made a mistake, because if you look at issue number 2 and the examples of the internal illustrations from the book, Thor has lost his eye. So at least in that part, that's going to go with the continuity of the current MCU. They pick and choose. So who knows what's going on? As I say, I'm not sure if that is Tony. Sorry, in the Iron Man armor. Okay, let's try to wrap this up. and this is Infinity Countdown, which is pretty good. It's a search. You see all the various Marvel characters, which is kind of cool. I mean, if you're, all looking for Infinity War books and you want to see all the characters working together, this is a book for you. Involves Infinity Stones and what's going on. But just remember, this has nothing to do as with the Avengers here. This has nothing to do with the current movie. It's a totally different continuity, because I said it does include Ben Grimm and Venom and other characters that belong to Sony now, and you also has Wolverine, who's alive, and different characters come into possession of various components of the Infinity Gauntlet, and they're being sought. For example, Wolverine has one of the stones, and he's being hunted by Ultron. Interesting. But anyways, as I say, it's a good book. It's, as I say, dozens and dozens of the characters that you like. It is Infinity Stone if you're into that, and but it has nothing to do with the movie. Also, in conjunction with that, we will see. This is a handout from the comic shop. There was in Infinity Countdown #1. There is a guide to the various Infinity Stones, giving you the power of each and what you can do with them. In a lot of cases, it's if you have one stone, you can only use it. You can only use it if you have possession of another stone. So it's odd, but however. Anyways, and also on the back you have a countdown, a checklist of the various books that started back in February going through July. So this thing is going to go beyond the movie, which comes out in only a few weeks now. I'm enjoying it so far, but we'll see what goes on. Okay, from Omni. From Oni Publishing, collaboration with Adult Swim, we have Rick and Morty. If you're watching the series, you'll recognize the Vindicators, who are sort of the Rickverse, Rickoverse versions of Justice League or the Avengers, and or Morty's biggest heroes, and he's always excited to take part in one of their adventures. Although those don't always go well. Anyways, it's good. I mean, if you're a fan, I think if you're a fan of the cartoon, you'll get more out of the comic. But it's still a lot of fun. Boy, man, I'm dying here. Let me wrap this up before I go 911. Finally, from Valiant, we got Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. #3. Ninjak is blackmailed into stealing something for one of his enemies, and the rest of the Valiant Universe are trying to capture him, believing he's gone rogue. So it's a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with the Valiant Universe, at least its current continuity, it's a good introduction. You got, all the other ones. You got Ninjak, Bloodshot, Exo Man of War, Archer and Armstrong, and the rest, the Eternal Warrior, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. But anyways, this is going to be turned into, I believe it is or will be a series available on YouTube or at least online. And there is some film company has a contract for 5 feature films featuring the Valiant universe. With each character getting its own film, I guess, and another attempt to basically duplicate the success of the Marvel universe. We'll see what goes on. But that's it for now. Sorry I dragged this on. As I say, it took 2 parts. Well, hopefully next week I'll only have 1 week's worth, and I may have some comments on some films I've taken. Oh, real quick, I was going through my boxes. These are the 2 oldest comics I have. 1953, it's Boy Illustories, number 93. And you can see it has Crime Buster, who is the kid with the monkey, the Golden Age character, who I don't even think is in, which maybe not be in there. Anyways, Iron Jaw was this really creepy villain that he fought, who had his lower jaw removed and replaced with basically a bear trap. How he's able to talk, I don't know, but he does in the book. And this is a history of the United States Navy. This was 1958. You see, it's really in crummy condition. But, you know, as a Navy vet, I thought it was really cool. I just had to be going through a box at a con and found it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, if you did. And you can fast forward. And hopefully we'll see you next week. And anyways, peace out. Wakanda forever.